And they run across Canada. Incredible, incredible adventure. Took 2 years to put together. This is a $500,000 project. When I built the team and the project, I told everyone for years the least important thing is the guy running. The most important thing. And this is one of the advantages I've always had when I was building projects and teams. I don't pay people. So I'm forced to start by building a compelling mission. You don't tell people what to do. You start by giving them something they can believe in. The goal was to have an impact, with everybody living with diabetes around in Canada. The dream was to leave from St. John's, Newfoundland, end up in Vancouver on World Diabetes Day. So we're there, and it's always we. There's a guy running, but there's hundreds of people making this happen. And the starting line was absolutely amazing. We're really proud. And there's people I started from Signal Hill, in St. John's, Newfoundland. It's a Sunday morning. If you do the math, you want to end up in Vancouver mid-November, and you start from St. John's, Newfoundland, and you're going to run. That's important for your calculations. When do you need to start? February from St. John's, Newfoundland. So it's a winter start. It's cold. It's difficult. The start was magical, though. We've got kids living with type 1 diabetes. They're going to run the first kilometer with me in a very beautiful, symbolic way. The media is really happy because the images are perfect. Everybody is smiling, except for me. Because at that very moment, I'm really starting to think this is not a good idea. I mean, it's going to hurt a lot, soon, and for a long time. So what's going on is very simple. J'ai la chienne. I'm scared. I don't know if I have what it takes to run a marathon a day for the next 9 months. And that's, by the way, someone who would reach the top of Everest a few years prior. Why do I mention it? The starting line doesn't really care about what's on your resume. It's always going to be hard to take a first step. There's so much unknown. Just like in what you do, the business is transforming so much. Competition is ferocious. The way your members want to interact with you is changing. Technology is changing every single day. You're in a very tight legislative environment. But I need to innovate, but then that creates even more uncertainty. How do we find the courage to go, to start? I'll tell you what gave us the courage to start. We were getting a lot of emails already from parents living with type 1 diabetes. I have not started yet. But they're able to tell their kid, hey, there's a guy just like you who's about to do this. So sometimes we don't start because we're afraid we're not going to make it to the finish line. But we forget about the power of the starting line. And we forget that there's always someone watching who believes.